forever. But here we are. Hi, everybody. It's me, Jessica, your health fitness program manager from McLean, and I'm looking forward to today's core and stretch class. I'm big time looking forward to the stretch part. So we are going to do some shoulder opening today, just in case you're, feeling tight. Let's open up the chest, open up the heart chakra, open up the shoulders. How's your new year been? It's a full moon. Have you seen it? It was gorgeous yesterday. I'm not like big on astrology, but I really do think that Venus in retrograde is messing with my life. So if you feel the same way, if you've just if you're feeling any sort of stress or struggles, if you're like tuning and turning into yourself, we're just going to open ourselves to all of the hopeful and good possibilities. We're going to get started in a couple minutes on the floor in an easy seated position. I'm bringing my meditation cushion to help open up those hips because we got some great hip opening moves in this class today as well. And then we're going to have some fun. We're just going to magically incorporate some ab work into what we are doing with our movement. So I encourage you to have water nearby. I can check on interwebs, make sure everything's posting correctly. Keep some water nearby, maybe tea or coffee. I got a candle going so it smells nice in here to encourage myself to take some big deep breaths, and I would not discourage you from doing the same. There's Fred. I have fallen down a social media rabbit hole of bird videos. It makes me appreciate Fred more, but it also makes me wonder why Fred is not sorry Fred, way cooler. We've been working on the phrase thank you for at least 5 years. I've never heard her say thank you. I do think I heard her say, "You'll be back," the other day, which is what I like to say whenever I leave the room, like the Terminator. You'll be back. Hopefully you'll be back as well. Let's go ahead and get started today. So just make your way down to the floor, or maybe you're starting off just sitting in a chair. You can totally do this in your chair. Just scoot yourself forward towards the edge of the chair so that you can press through the sit bone, find a little length through the crown of your head, relax your arms down by your side. Maybe they rest on your knees, maybe hands, palms a little closer to the hip creases. Start to slow down your breath. And notice where you're breathing. Are you just breathing in the top of your chest, or are you sending that inhale all the way down to the bottom of your diaphragm? As you take those inhales, what's happening with your shoulders? Are they staying relaxed, or are they creeping up towards your ears? If they are, that's normal, but it does happen to be a sign of stress and tension, so do your best to take a little pinch of those shoulder blades towards each other. Already starting to find a little bit more of a lift of the heart. Notice if lifting the heart made you kind of flare your ribs out and work to knit your rib cage back together like you're pinching a quarter. Instead of a quarter, think that we're holding on to good vibes right here. All right, I got some good vibes at the center of our belly. Just hold on to them. And if you were in class the other day and you liked how we kind of repeated an intention, The intention I remember saying the most was that I am amazing and I am so worth this time right now. And as silly as it sounded, it really did help me feel better throughout the rest of the day. So if you have a personal mantra, if you have something that you're trying to tell yourself, maybe if you're just thinking, I'm so proud of myself for everything I've already accomplished today. And you can repeat that as we come into some of the more quiet moments here. Just a couple of breaths left. Hold on to those good vibes. Squeeze those shoulder blades towards each other. Keep that chest lifted. You got this. Awesome. Next inhale, really find that length through the crown of your head. Exhale, tuck your chin down towards your chest. Still squeezing the shoulder blades towards each other. Start to feel a nice stretch on the back of the neck. Inhale, look all the way up towards the ceiling, or if your neck hurts, just find that gaze with your eyes, and exhale. Chin comes down towards your chest. Can you extend the pause between each breath, between each inhale and exhale? So taking an extra moment, looking up, finding that lift. Extra moment stretching the back of the neck, upper shoulders. Let's do, that feels good. 2 more times in each direction. This is a great time to think to yourself how proud you are of coming, that you are amazing, that you love yourself, because you do, just by showing up. I know that you do, even if you don't feel it today. All right, on your next inhale, bring that chin back to neutral with your chest, and on your exhale, drop one ear to your shoulder. Let's hang out here for a second. So if you want, you can increase this stretch by relaxing your opposite hand down and starting to walk your fingertips away. My fingertips are walking on air. They can't reach the floor, and that's okay. And if you want to feel it even more, go ahead, press through your hand palm, bring that stretch into your arm a little bit more. And if you want, you can even inhale, opposite arm up towards the ceiling, bend at the elbow, fingers come close towards your ear. Allow that elbow to hang heavy down towards the floor. We'll take 2 more breaths in whatever version of a neck stretch you went with. And then if you decided to use your hands to make anything extra, if you have the palm pressed against the side of your head, let's release that first. Bring the opposite arm in. And inhale ourselves back up to center. So always just working to come out of any asana, any posture or stretch that we find the opposite way that we run in. So inhale, find that length. Exhale, drop your ear to the other shoulder. Remember, both sides of the body are not the same, so just do what honors and feels good for this side today. If you want, you can walk those fingers away. You can press through your hand palm. You can find that extra stretch. And maybe you'll surprise yourself. Maybe you don't think you're ready to go a little bit deeper. But you never know unless you try. And if you don't like it, you can always stop. Let's go ahead and release the hand from our head. Bring that opposite hand back in and inhale yourself back to center. Give yourself a couple shoulder rolls right here. If you want, you can even bring your fingers to your shoulders. Bring your elbow kisses into the action. Oh, that feels great. I hope you decided to do some of these elbow kiss shoulder rolls as well. That way you can get a little bit more into the back, starting to bring the lower ribs closer towards your hips. Let's do 2 more in this direction. Really lifting that heart. Stay up at the top, and let's change direction. So just changing your breath. Exhale, come forward and down. Inhale, lift up. Good. Feel free to make those breaths loud and audible. Just make sure they're nice and deep. Last one. Go ahead, stay kind of crunched and rolled in your own little version of cat. Relax your hands down towards the floor. Stretch your palms all the way towards your knees, maybe even a gentle pull on your knees to feel it a little bit more through your back. Take one more big inhale and exhale. And on your next inhale, we're going to lift ourselves up. Draw your hands back towards your hip creases. Find a nice little seated cow. So squeeze those shoulder blades towards each other. Shoulders are rolling down towards the back of the room. Elbows are stretching towards the back. Look back with your eyes. How far back can you see? And on your exhale, gently lift yourself back up. Go ahead, shake it out. Let's take a tricep stretch. We don't usually get into those together, but then also keep your strap in your body because we're going to use them next. All right, so inhale, both arms come up overhead, and exhale, let's just bring them right back down. 2 more times. Inhale, arms come up overhead. Exhale, arms come down. Last time, inhale, arms come up overhead. We'll keep them there this time. Palms facing in towards each other. I want you to relax your shoulders away from your ears. Did you see, if you were watching, how much space I created? If not, I'll show you again. As we reach our arms up, my shoulders are creeping up towards the ears, and then I work to seat my shoulder blades in my back a little bit more. Still squeezing them towards each other. Oh yeah, we're going for a tricep stretch. All right, so go ahead. Bend one elbow. Place your hand palm against the back of your head. I'm a little tighter on this side, so we'll do the opposite side first. And do your best to not have that chin tucked towards your chest. So really press the back of your head into your hand palm as you find this tricep stretch. And then change, stretch both arms up towards the ceiling. Exhale, release your arms down by your side. Inhale, let's bring them all the way up. Let's find those big breaths one more time. Exhale down. Inhale up. Exhale down. One more time. Let's inhale up. Turn your hands, palms in towards each other. Relax your shoulders down away from your ears. Keep that chest lifted and hold in that good energy at the bottom of your ribcage. Let's come into the opposite side. Tricep stretch. Now I'm a little bit tighter on this side, and that's okay because we're just doing the best that we can with the body that we have today. So I'm working to bring that arm in a little bit closer to find some support instead of keeping it stretched out and open towards the side. Pressing my head against that hand palm. Keeping that chest lifted, and then knit that rib cage back in together. You got this. One more big breath. And on your next inhale, arms come up towards the ceiling. Exhale, hands relax down by your side. Take a moment in your stillness right here. Are your shoulders still pulled down gently away from your ears? Are your shoulder blades still squeezed towards each other? Like you're standing in a power pose, but we're just sitting here on the floor. Keep that rib cage knit in nice and tight. Find 2 more breaths. So if you're feeling any discomfort in your lower back from sitting here on the floor, I just want to encourage you to draw that lower belly in a little bit more back towards your spine. It is normal to find that sitting on the floor is uncomfortable. I do find that being lifted on this cushion helps. You don't have to have a meditation cushion. You can just have a pillow. You can roll up a towel. It also helps to relax those knees down towards the floor. If you have been sitting with one leg crossed in front of the other the whole time, let's go ahead and change the leg that we have in front. Just working on some evenness within the body, and let's take a couple breaths right here. I was going to say 3, but I think we deserve at least 5. So a couple more than a few, which makes 5. So keep that belly drawn in. Notice if you relaxed it out while you were maybe focusing on the change that you feel in your hips or in your legs, your glutes, your quads, anywhere that bringing the opposite leg towards the front stimulated. great time to come back to that mantra. Remind yourself whatever positive thing you're bringing to the table today, whether it's how amazing you are, because you are, or just the self-pride in making it here, in all of the things that you've accomplished today. Because I know you're doing your best. All right, go ahead, reach forward, grab hold of your strap if that's what you're using today, or your towel, your belt. We're going to take that lift of our chest once more, holding all those good vibes. Starting with those shoulders relaxed away from your ears, and you can have your hands as wide as you need them. Really ground through your sit bones. Find that length through the crown of your head and get ready to move with our breaths. We're going to inhale, bring those arms up, and exhale, bring those hands behind us. Take a moment to pause at the top and bottom of your breath. Inhale, arms come up, exhale, arms come forward. You can challenge yourself, see if you can inch those fingers in just a little bit each time. Inhale, arms come up, exhale, arms go back, inhale, exhale. So I'm trying to guide you through at least a 4-second breath, but you're welcome to go slower. Let's move a couple more times through in each direction. Go at your own pace. See if you can also match the motion with your breath. So the whole time that you're inhaling, arms are coming up. And the whole time that you're exhaling, arms are going down. One more time, each direction. When you finish, go ahead, just relax your hands in your lap, turn your palms up, draw your elbows in close towards your rib cage. Keep that chest lifted. We'll wait here just to give everyone some time to make it. Still keeping that lift of our chest. Amazing work. All right, hopefully you're feeling a lot more open in that upper body. Like it's already easy for you to lift your heart center and just sit or stand and feel proud. Because remember, you're amazing and you're so worth this time. All right, we're gonna move our straps and our props out of the way, and we're gonna get into some fun ab work. So I want you to just do your best here. We're gonna start in bear pose. I recognize that some of the moves that we're going to do coming up next might be a little bit challenging, so I want you to do your best. And if you fall out, just take a little giggle and jump right back in. All right, so starting right here at bear pose, we're in tabletop. Spread your fingers nice and wide. Maybe even gently turn your hands palms out a little bit. Press into those hands palms, starting with that nice flat back. We're gonna lift our knees up off the floor to hover for 3, 2, 1. Send your hips up towards the ceiling. Find yourself in down dog. Bring your belly towards your thighs. Take a big inhale. Press into your hands, palms. Find that big stretch through the upper back and exhale. Come on, back down into bear for 3, 2. Keep your eyes gently forward. Make sure you're not staring back at your knees. No wrinkles in the neck. And then exhale. Bring your belly towards your thighs. Find that tilt of your pelvis. Push into your hands, palms. Get that extra space in your shoulders. Take a deep inhale. Exhale. Come on back into bear one more time for 3, 2, 1. Go ahead. Send your hips up. Last time into that down dog. Great. I'm sure you did your best to just keep those knees hovering off the floor. Feel free to pedal through your heels here. I'm going to take a moment, tuck my shirt into my pants like a winner. Okay, tucking my shirt into my pants, just in case you haven't figured that out through all of these streaming videos. Okay, next up we're going to do, oh, nope, sorry if you guys are hearing Dateline there. All right, staying here in this down dog. We're going to go ahead and bring one leg forward, but let's start by inhaling that leg all the way up towards the ceiling, coming into three-legged dog. Do your best to not turn your hips out, so hips stay square towards the floor. Stretch that leg up. We're going to pull our shoulders forward so they're stacked on top of hands, palms. Draw that leg up and forward, and then release it down towards the floor. So here we are. In our lunge. If you need to bring the back knee down towards the floor, you can. Otherwise, work to stay in this lifted lunge. Same leg that's bent. We're going to extend that arm up towards the ceiling. I want you to really work to stack both shoulders on top of each other. So not chest squared down towards the floor. Take that openness of the chest. Squeeze that lifted arm shoulder blade in, and then exhale, bring that elbow close towards the floor. Inhale, stretch all the way up towards the ceiling. Exhale, elbow close towards the floor. Two more times. Inhale, up towards the ceiling. Exhale, down towards the floor. Last one. Inhale, up towards the ceiling. Exhale, bring your hand down towards the floor. Step your leg back to meet with the other, hanging out in a plank. Squeeze your shoulder blades together, press into those hands, palms. Do your best to keep your hips in line with or below your shoulders, so no down dog here for 3, 2, 1. Awesome. Now send your hips up into down dog. Pedal through your heels. Press into those hands, palms. Taking a break here in down dog. So still working those shoulders. I know, this is some good work. All right, plant the opposite foot on the floor. Inhale the leg that has not come forward up towards the ceiling. Do your best not to rotate out, keeping those hips square towards the floor. Shift your weight forward, shoulders on top of hands, palms. Draw that knee up and forward, then place the sole of the foot on the floor. Let's inhale into a nice spine twist. Remember, you can bring your back knee down. Check in with your shoulders. Is your chest collapse towards the mat? Push into your hands, palms. Work to stack both shoulders. So you got some engagement in that upper back. Take a big inhale. Exhale, that's right. Work to bring that elbow close towards the floor. Inhale up towards the ceiling. Exhale, elbow to the floor. Inhale up. Exhale, bring it in. One more time, find that big stretch. Inhale up. Exhale, hand down towards the floor. Go ahead, extend your back leg back, finding ourselves in plank. One more time, we got a 20-second plank. Whew. Squeeze your shoulder blades in towards each other. Keep those eyes forward. Heels are stacked right on top of the toes for 3, 2, 1. Bring your knees down towards the floor, open them wide, bring your toes together, send your hips back towards the heels. Let's take a moment in child's pose. Go ahead with your arms extended forward. Take a gentle bend so your arms are still forward. Press into your elbows and then bring your fingers back so you can give yourself a nice little massage. And while you're massaging your neck, press into your elbows. Send your glutes a little closer towards your heels and feel more of a stretch in the low to mid back as well. Ooh, slow your breath down. Extend your hands forward once more. Go ahead, press yourself up. We're going to come back into down dog. Starting with whichever foot you would like. Go ahead, extend one leg all the way up towards the ceiling. 3-legged dog. And then bring it forward. This time, we're going to lift ourselves up. Yay! And we're coming into a lunge. So you might want to gently shorten your step. We got about 1 minute that we're going to work right here. We're going to go for a lunge and then lift yourself up, just a little bit of a leg lift. So really just work to bring that back foot off of the floor. Try not to bring your knees super forward of your toe. So maybe you're just going for a little baby lunge and a squeeze and lift. And I want you to work to really squeeze that glute to find the lift, not just kicking up and controlled on the way back down. Are you ready? In 3, 2, 1. So here we go. You can have your hands at your hips to help you with balance. I like my hands right in front of my chest. So we're going to get that lunge, lifting up through the front heel, and then glute squeeze to find that leg lift. Ooh, press through that front heel, so you should feel that front leg's glute also firing up. Great work. All right, we're going to challenge our balance here as we come to the end of this move and come into a nice little, I lied. We're just going to do this for right now. No, we're running out of time. We're going to turn it into balancing stick. In 3, 2, 1. So go ahead, find balance on that leg. I want you to be the straightest line you can be. So whether you're standing all the way straight or if you're able to hinge forward, what I'm not hoping for is that you collapse in that lower back and become a broken umbrella. So the straightest line you can be from head to toe. Go ahead, hinge forward, and just like we talked about in that three-legged dog, try not to let your hips open towards the side for 3, 2, 1. Step both feet together. Inhale your arms all the way up towards the ceiling. Exhale, relax your arms down by your side. Take a moment, just stand here and breathe in mountain pose. Hopefully that got your heart rate up a little bit as well. Great. Go ahead, inhale your arms back up overhead. Exhale, hands come down to heart center. Let's step the opposite leg back and get ready to do those lunges. Here we go. So just lunge down, press through your front foot, and then squeeze the glute, lift the leg. Lunge, squeeze and lift. So as you're doing this lunge, you got the weight mostly in your front heel. The back leg is just there like a little kickstand. You're doing awesome. Just a couple more to go before we're going to find that nice little hold and lift. In 3, 2, 1. Go ahead, stay lifted on that one leg. Really press through your heels. Start to straighten that leg out. Keep your hips squared and see if you can bring your body down so your chest and abdomen are parallel to the floor. As you go forward, that leg lifts. So make sure you're in a nice straight line, not a broken umbrella for 3, 2, 1. Inhale, send those arms all the way up towards the ceiling. Exhale, relax them down by your side. Take another moment, just breathing here in mountain pose. Make sure those shoulders are still rolled down and back. You're holding on to all that good energy right between your rib cage. Ooh, slow your breath down. Let's take 2 more breaths right here standing. Then we'll come into a nice hamstring stretch and make our way down towards the floor. So inhale, arms all the way up overhead. Pull your belly in nice and tight. Exhale, rain or swan dive down towards the floor. You can bend your knees. Inhale, come into a half lift. Find that nice flat back. Create that long line like I'm pulling on a string through your head. And then exhale, belly melts towards the thighs as you relax yourself down towards the floor. If your hands don't reach, you can grab hold of your opposite elbow. You can wrap your hands behind your legs. Take a moment here. Shake your head, yes. Shake your head, no. Find some stillness with your head, with the soles of the feet firmly planted on the floor. Gently bend one knee, and then the other. Getting a little swing of your hips. Maybe if you're grabbing hold of your opposite elbow, you're just Making a nice little swing with your arms. Imagine how great it would be to swing on that swing. Feeling a nice stretch in that upper back. All right, bring your hands palms down towards the floor. Let's carefully make our way down towards the mat. Give yourself a cat, a cow. Cross your ankles over behind you, and then go ahead and sit down. So walk your hands back. Bring those legs in front of you. Yay! We got a little bit more work to do before we're done. So bring those hands down on the floor behind you, either pointing in towards you or gently pointing out. We're going to press ourselves up. I want you to really squeeze your glutes. Find that lift, little opening of the hips. You can relax your head behind you. And then bring your chin back down towards your chest. Glutes are hovering above the mat still. We're going to give ourselves a nice little tricep dip. So tricep dip. Here's where it gets fun. You're going to kick and kick. Tricep dip. Kick, kick. Now if you're feeling real adventurous, you're going to reach for your opposite leg with opposite hand while you give a little kick. So you got a little tricep dip, balance, kick, kick. Tricep dip, balance, find that kick, kick. Let's do 3 more. If you can't reach all the way to your toe, maybe you can reach towards that knee. Last one. Awesome. Release yourself down towards the floor. Lift that chest up. We're coming into boat pose. So find that nice long straight line as you lift those knees off of the floor. If you find that you're collapsing through that low back, simply bring your hands back towards the mat, and from right here we're going to do a very similar move. This time we're going to bend the knees, come into boat pose, kick, kick. Toe tap down towards the floor, kick, kick. Keep that openness of the chest that we started from the very beginning of class. So shoulder blades are squeezed towards each other, giving you an option also to extend both legs together instead of just one at a time. Just find some sort of boat pose motion. We're going to do 3 more. Last 2. Final one. Hold it. Maybe even extend up into that V for 3, 2, 1. Plant your feet down on the floor. We're going to slowly roll down. 1 vertebrae at a time. As slow as you can go. Awesome. When you get there, glue your lower back down towards the mat. Draw your knees up towards your chest. Give yourself a gentle little rock side to side. Or maybe a little circle with your knees. Whichever feels best for you. Still working to pull that belly in and keep your lower back towards the mat, even if you're finding that gentle rock. Yay! Let's take one last stretch of those shoulders, and then we shall be done. So flip yourself over. Send your hips back towards your heels, finding ourselves in child's pose. So you're going to lift one hand and just thread the needle for a little child's pose shoulder stretch. Bringing that heart rate down gently. Take one more big breath here. And then carefully switch those arms out. All right, if you can believe it, y'all, that's all the time that we have for today. So I hope that you are proud of yourself for making this time, because you are amazing. If you have any questions or concerns about anything that I said or we did, I hope that you'll reach out. And I look forward to seeing everyone again soon. Encourage you to find some time to get up from your chair throughout the day and stretch it out. Let's make our way to our feet. Tuck your toes under. Send your hips up towards the ceiling. Walk your hands to your feet or your feet to your hands. Maybe you take an extra moment passing through on this dangle, getting a little extra stretch on the back of your legs or your back. And when you're ready, carefully roll yourself up. Relax those shoulders down away from your ears. Lift your heart. hold in all that good energy at your rib cage once more, and feel free to tap into it anytime that you want to throughout the day. Thank you guys so much for joining me. I hope you had a wonderful time, and I will see you again on Friday. Brian.